At some point, I think I'll probably do it as like, in fact, next members episode. So next Wednesday, I will do um my story and like my history about why honestly I do not like Jeremy Corbyn. Why ultimately, as I've said before, my biggest criticism of him is I don't think he's a good leader. I think while his domestic policy was good, I think his foreign policy is absolutely trash. It's awful when it comes to Ukraine. But again, we'll leave that, of course, until next Wednesday, but something at least for you to look forward to. Like I say, links down below on the Patreon or the YouTube membership if you want to join that. But I've recently seen what Clive Lewis wrote about this. And Clive Lewis, if you don't know, Labour MP, really good progressive, the type of people we need in Parliament. We need more type of this person in Parliament. This is the type of person who I've said many times before when I was speaking, to people like, No Justice and Kevin Logan as well. This is the type of more people you want to put in Parliament. These are the types of progressive people you want to support. Even more important is the fact that they are in Labour. As I will always consistently argue, you can do more and fight for more change from within a party than it is to fight without. And trust me, this new Corbyn party will pretty much prove that point as well. In fact, Clive Lewis did an absolutely fantastic take on Twitter, and I really do believe he is absolutely right on this. And you can see just how upset he is because he upsets the right people. So disappointed that he's not going to go and join the new Your Party or whatever it ends up being called, run by Corbyn and Zarah. Yeah, I think honestly he sums up my feelings perfectly in this tweet, and I think he absolutely gets it 100% right. So if you do, of course, want to help support the channel, like I say, as always, the best way to do that is to click the like, share, and subscribe button. Again, if you're new, ring the bell as well so you get notifications when we drop a new video. There are, of course, links down below. The Patreon page, again, we'll get access to the weekly membership video, the Buy Me Coffee link where you can buy me coffee, the YouTube thank you button, and, of course, the YouTube membership button down as well. You'll also gain access to that membership video as well. So thank you very much to everyone who does help and support the channel that way. So let's go on over to this on Clive Lewis posts he made about this. So lots of people asking if I am joining the new political party of Jeremy Corbyn and Zarah Sultana. Here is my response. I'm staying put, not because it's easy, but because now more than ever, we need progressive voices in the Labour Party and this government. Exactly. And I have said this before, I will always continuously make this argument. I think a lot of people that have jumped to the Greens and jumped to this party are doing it because they are not willing to put in the hard graft. They lost one battle, and as far as they're concerned, it's just impossible. And they just give up. Right? There are a lot of people in the Labour Party that are, again, still very progressive, still very left-wing in the party, fighting for progressive values and left-wing ideas. And they are continuing to fight every single day. They are not giving up. And bear in mind, here's an interesting question. How many of those people, bear in mind, who a couple of, months ago were all telling us, oh guys, you're going to join the Greens, you're going to join the Greens, it's the Greens that are going to save us. How many of those people who have joined the Green Party now going to go join this party? Ridiculous. Anyway, back to this. So the U-turn on PPI cuts, and of course the role of progressives MPs in Parliament and the Parliamentary Labour Party played in making that happen showed exactly why our presence matters. Yep, couldn't agree more with him. You need more people like this. And as I keep on arguing more and more, we need to look at ways to get more progressives into Parliament. And that is always and should be our goal to do so. And I do say now there is a big progressive majority in in the party. The whole U-turn on PP on PIP proved it as well that there is. Now, can it become more of a power block? Can it become more of a block to really sort of start to push for sort of more progressive change? Absolutely. I think that is where that block should be heading. But again, I think it has to do it smart and in a good way. And if it can do that, I think they will do a lot of good. I think they will do a heck of a lot of good on that one. So Clive continues. The struggle ahead against the anti-democratic and authoritarian forces will only now deepen. Why? So where and of course how we fight it, of course, must be strategic. Again, very, very true. Going and creating a new party is not the strategic thing to do. That, of course, means recognizing that there are many fronts now in this fight. Dismissing those who choose now to engage from within Labour, the Greens, or elsewhere is neither helpful nor aligned with the pluralist politics this moment demands. And like I say, so funny because I can guarantee you now a lot of people who recently joined the Greens, the first chance they get will go and join this new party. Anyway, let's finish this off. We all, of course, have a role to play. Thousands are now choosing to take up that role within Labour. Others are, of course, doing it so outside it. What, of course, matters now is that those of us committed to democracy, social and climate justice, pluralism, and human rights, and offer each other now mutual support right across parties and factions. So we should all work together. However, I've said this before, just for some ungodly reason, the left just cannot work together for some ungodly reason. It just can't. Just can't at all. I will always say this. The No Justice chat that I had unfortunately proved that, I feel. The one with Kevin, I think went very well. I think the one with Kevin, I think went very well. The one with No Justice, I always felt that the way after this was sold and this was spun to our audience as this was a debate, I didn't go in that for a debate. I just generally just wanted a chat. And I felt I was put in a situation, or at least a topic, or an area I did not go in for, one that I was not prepared for. And it was sold like that. Now, a lot of people say, oh, you're just, again, sour grapes. I didn't go into that prepared for a debate at all whatsoever. I did no preparation. I did know nothing because I just expected this to just be a chat and that would be it. But no, oh, it's a full on debate. And I, again, expressed my thoughts on that in a comment. Now, to be fair, they did, she did change the title, turned it not into a debate, which was again fine. But I still feel I was sort of misled that she wasn't honest, that she didn't engage me in a fair way when about that came about. But again, that's just my feelings on that. So let's finish this off. The countervailing forces, of course, we now face are, of course, very powerful, coordinated, and relentless. Meeting them, of course, requires nothing less from us. And again, I think his post on that is, I think, 100% right. I think that nails my feelings. I think that nails a lot more, honestly, people's feelings than anything else out there. I really do. I think Clive Lewis nails it. Absolutely. on this. You know, I don't 100% support everything, you know, this government has done, but I do think it's done a lot of other good things, which you'll notice not a lot of people go on and talk about because they're not interested in talking about all the good stuff. They would rather, well, focus on the bad stuff, and that's it. And I don't think they are giving, you know, the current government the fair shake it deserves. Sure, criticize it for its failings. Absolutely fine. But you cannot just ignore the fact that this government has done good stuff. And we've talked about that before. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. Like I say, click on the like, the share button, and again, links down below, Patreon, buy me coffee, YouTube thank you button, Patreon, all that good stuff down below. So, as always, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about all this as well. And of course, we'll see you all next time.